Hello, hello, hello. So we're going to be reacting to this video. It's like I'll never go through a man's phone again. All right, let's get into it.
In honor of Black History Month, I would like to tell you about the last time I ever went through a man's phone. So I was a sophomore at GW and I was dating a first year Georgetown MBA student. He was Spanish from Spain. This is all very important. And we just got on really well. We both lived in Minnesota for a while. So, like, we had similarities. We kind of like understood each other. I'm Nigerian, he's Spanish. Cool, fun. I remember the relationship moved pretty quickly. Like, probably after date three, we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I was reluctant to say yes at the beginning. I do remember that. But I said yes, like, whatever, hot Georgetown student, MBA guy. Sure, I'll date you. Why not? So we end up dating. And there was one night that he came over to my place. We ordered in food, we watched movies, and we were sitting in my bed. And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to FaceTime one of my buddies, like from home. And like, you can meet one of my friends." I was like, "Okay, cool." So he FaceTimes one of his friends, and I don't know, some like redhead guy, not really memorable. We had like a brief conversation. He was like, "Oh, hi, nice to meet you," cackling, telling little jokes about like them coming up together and things like that. And that was it. Great. So we go to bed, and I remember waking up at the ass crack of dawn because there was something really cold touching my feet. And I'm like, what? Like, what is that? And this guy's obviously like sound asleep next to me. And I reach down, and it's his phone. And I'm like, oh, wow. Like, it's his phone. His phone has woken me up at 4 a.m. What should
It just was begging to be gone through.
I do now? He's asleep. I have the phone. The next thing I know, I completely black out and I am in this man's phone. And where is the first place that I go? His text messages, obviously. And I remember going to his text messages and I just look at the recent ones and I'm like, oh, let me like go to the text messages between him and his buddy that we FaceTime last night. So I go to that text thread, and in that text thread, I see, "Hey, I'm with Kim. She's black, but pretty."
Oof. That's actually worse than I expected. I thought she was gonna say he was like cheating or something. Oh my god, that's even worse.
And I just remember turning over, looking at this guy,
I'm so appalled by what I just heard. I would have been like, okay, whatever. I'm done.
tapping him on the shoulder. I'm like, "What is this?" And he's like, "What?" Like wiping the crust out of his eyes. He's like, "What?" And I'm, "Well, what is this?" And he reads it. I'm like, "She's black, but pretty." And I said, "You can actually get the fuck out. You can get the fuck out. You can leave. You can actually leave." And yeah, that was the last time I went through someone's phone.
Yeah, I would be traumatized. Like sometimes when you like go through people's phones and you're like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna find. You're gonna find something you didn't even want to find. You're like, dang, this is actually worse than I expected. So the moral of the story is, don't do it. Uh, or do it right, and then and once you do it, you're gonna realize I should have never done that because it's some crazy stuff that people have in their phones, and I'm not gonna say me included, but I just look up crazy stuff. And if you look on my phone on the wrong day, you're gonna find some crazy stuff. But I digress here, and see you in the next video.